What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? FOMO. What's happening, FOMO? Elliot in the building. What's up, Elliot? Finally got the notification. Yeah, yeah. YouTube. YouTube is unique. They don't know how to show love when it's time for them to show love. You know. They don't know how to show love. Why the weak hands? Why the weak hands? I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, man. Why the weak hands? Why the weak hands? First of all, yo, I hope everyone is doing pretty good out there. And if you're not doing too well, may you find swift resolve. You know, this week has been very interesting week, to say the least, in the pulse chain ecosystem. Whew, it's been. I mean, it wasn't like stressful for me, but shout out to the people it was stressful for, because this whole thing with EHEX, people got shaken out. They made emotional decisions, rash decisions, got angry, pissed off, fighting, arguing with Richard. Can't really fight and argue with him. It's all online, but they're sending all types of like insults, and to one another too. The sub communities, the builders and the builders communities fighting against each other too. Like, it's just kind of weird, man. Wow. Others like myself, just been like taking things in stride. It's not because of anything special or different. It's just some of us, we've been around for a while, and it takes a lot to shake us out. And over here, I'm telling you, anything short of an act of nature, you know, nobody's shaking me out. You know what I'm saying? There's no situation unless, a meteor, heaven forbid, a meteor strikes this planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not happening, man. I will be around, been around for a while. FOMO, FOMO got the experience and years and knowledge under your belt. You already understand. There's no perfect situation out here, but why the weak hands though? Like, I don't know, man. I guess hodling is difficult. I know for myself, in order for me to hodl, I can't really think about it, because if you think about it, you're gonna stress yourself out. You gotta live your life and do other things and not think about hodling for the sake of hodling. You gotta, for me, that's what I have to do. I can't just be thinking every day, oh, I'm hodling, and then something happens because I'm so uptight. I end up making a grave mistake. Like some people, even with this whole EHEC situation, some people bought what seemed to be the bottom. The thing reached to like three zeros and I believe in I don't know, some weird number, three zeros and a 2-8 or something like that. No, am I bugging? Three zeros and a two zeros and a three, two zeros and a two, something weird. People believe. They believe. All I could do is just chill, man. I don't have the power to change market activity. We all made up of the market. We get emotional and we respond in kind, however that is. You know. It just seems like a lot of communities fail to understand that a lot of communities within the system, it's like they fail to understand, man. They fail to understand. What's up, Alan? They fail to understand that we're all kind of like going through it in our own way. Everybody wants to prove each other wrong. Where's the maturity in that? It's just weird. Where's the maturity in that, man? You know? Hex Moon boy, RH Maxi, what's up? What's up? Yeah, everyone, you know, people are alive. We alive. We out here winning. We here, eyes open, breathing. Another opportunity to do great things and to win, you know. I see a lot of people looking at old clips of RH, old videos, putting clips up. I saw a clip, a tweet, a post that was posted on X. I still say Twitter because it's going to take me a while. I'm so used to saying Twitter for 10 years. You know what I mean? But that post says something about RH back in 21. He said something to the effect of how he's going to put a spicy tweet to shake out the weak hands, and then soon after that, put up valuable information or screenshots or however he said it. That was 3 years ago in March 2021, I think. In March. But that was 3 years ago he put that out there. And look what's happened this week. Look, oh man. And then I found somewhere on Twitter, someone posted the Hex advertisement, right? Of like on the 26th of December, 2019, someone posted, you know, Hex, you know, don't miss out, this and that. Hex, free claim for Bitcoiners. And, you know, this thing could do 10,000X in 2.5 years. Don't miss out. You know, you're getting a chance right now to, you know, wouldn't you have liked to have bought Bitcoin at $1? Well, here's your chance with Hex, this and that. Don't miss out and all this and that. This was the tweet 2019, December 26th, a day after Christmas. First day of Kwanzaa, if you celebrate. I was like, yo. Oh, anytime, Alan. The great. I was there. Like, I remember that time like it was yesterday, folks. Like, I remember I was going hard against Hex, doing videos, you know, writing music, going hard against. This was 4 years ago, a few months. Like, I feel like we're going through another reset in a way, because it's the same method. It's the whole thing of, listen, we got copies, you know. It sounds like, and it feels like a lot of people don't have copies. No, I'm sorry. It's not that they don't have copies. They don't know that they have copies of their coins on Pulse. You know? Let me go back to the whole 2019. So, you know, this thing launches and man, I'm like, yo, this guy's trolling the crypto space, bro. Like, he's trolling the crypto space. Like this guy's a magician. What is he doing? He got a top hat. He got a candelabra, a high chair. He got all these weird colors. He got this token called Hex. He's cursing crypto. Yo, this was 4 years ago. The same message. I looked at that tweet and it said, listen, you got a chance to come into something. Imagine if you would have bought Bitcoin at $1. You can do it now with Hex because Hex is supposed to be better than Bitcoin. This is our understanding. I played myself, y'all. And it's not because I played myself. It's not any excuse. I played myself, folks, and we're reliving this again in a sense. Like this is how it feels. Like we having a chance. This is like a reset, not entirely of the same thing because we have a blockchain to accompany Hex. We have a DEX. We have this sprawling community of all kinds of situations going on. I get caught in the mix of not liking a lot of things going on, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, right? And people, like, folks didn't see, didn't believe, couldn't tell when Hex was going to reach 10,000X. In that same tweet, December 26, 2019, a day after Christmas, he mentioned it. He mentioned, listen, Hex can do a 10,000 Hex, a 10,000X gain in 2.5 years. In 2.5. The thing did it in 623 days. RG3, what's up? Good to have you. What's going on? He says he remembers. Yeah, for sure. You know, you the pillar. You the pillars. You the you know, the beginning believers and pioneer in this John. For real. Blue collar girl, what's up? What's up? RG3 said misrepresented me too. Yeah. Alan says Hex is still better than Bitcoin. People just don't have the patience. 100%, but this is where we are. RG says it could do 6 million X if BTC. I mean, this is what we don't know how high this thing can go, but we know it can just go. And the only thing that's stopping it is the people. We stopped it. Like this week with everything that took place with eHex, everyone just has to basically pull up a mirror and look at the mirror. Whoever got affected and made a move this week regarding eHex, they're the ones who are accountable for what took place with the price. I don't know. Listen, man. If we're supposed to migrate to Pulse Chain, people are going to interpret it different ways. I'm not a fan of emergency end staking anything. I'm just riding this out. My onboards are weak in the knees, complaining to me about this. And I'm telling them, listen, why would you have to pay all this money to end stake something that you put out for so long? You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Don't do that to yourself. Don't stress yourself out. Know that you have copies somewhere. And there's somebody that I'm thinking about actually when I get off the stream, I'm going to reach out to him because I don't think he knows he has copies. You know, there's people that I don't think know that they have copies. My thing with these builders, right, with the whole thing about builders, if there were, for example, 5,000 projects on Ethereum, now you already have 5,000 builders who did 5,000 different things on Ethereum. By default, now there's 5,000 such and such and such and such on Pulse Chain copies. These builders have to be encouraged to migrate to Pulse and do whatever they have to do, bridge their whatever liquidity money if they believe in it, and create front ends so that their users can use whatever dApps, coins, tokens, contracts, apps, whatever they got going, NFTs, whatever they have going on. But now it's become something where, like, whatever was on Ethereum, for example, something you see working on Ethereum, not only is it on Pulse, but people have copied or forked something that was already on Ethereum, for example, and put it on Pulse. So you have 2 copies of a certain thing going on Pulse, and it's just for what? Why? I don't know. Going back to everything else, going back. This is a reset in a sense. with we don't see folks that weren't here, do not see what people who've lived through this thing have seen and experienced. I saw it as a hater. I saw it as an outsider. I saw it as a spectator. By the fall of 2020, before Big Payday, I started hearing rumblings again in the community that I was in. People were like, yo, you see what Hex is doing? And I'm still, shrugging it off, doing whatever. Hex, whatever, man. Hex. The talk was, where's the OA? Where did the ETH go? Who's recycling the ETH? Flush address, adoption amplifier, all this stuff. Oh, if everyone wanted to just sell, there's not enough liquidity for everyone to sell. Look at how thin the liquidity is and all this stuff. Uniswap was basically just bubbling, just starting out. Hex basically put Uniswap on the map by using it. Got free tokens too, right? And I'm just doing my thing in my own community, this and that in my own community. Fast forward to the end of 2020. In the beginning of the new year 2021, this thing reached a penny. I felt like the only sucker because I could have extended some energy because I was still in the mindset of like just playing a whole bunch of different games with crypto. I'm dealing with Tron. I'm dealing with Binance. I'm dealing with Ethereum. I still holding some Bitcoin that was getting on my nerves. I'm playing all kinds of smart contracts, these dApps. Back in the days, we had Fork Delta. We had these other dApp Radar, these things that were just scams on scams on scams. But at the same time, I'm doing things right too at the moment. But I could have also added Hex to my repertoire. Why not? Why not? I stood in my own way 4 years ago. Crazy. We reliving something again like this right now, like this. Look, 4 years ago, we had the COVID dip. That was another moment of panic, like a moment of uncertainty, a moment of doubt, a moment of, wow, what's going on? Is the world going to disintegrate? Everybody had to drop to their knees without one missile being fired, without one shot being fired. The whole entire globe dropped to its knees. And this is in the midst of all this stuff going on. So my fervor and my heat for Hex exacerbated. Like I couldn't stand it. I'm like, all that rah went out the window. And I had to humble myself. It went out the window in the beginning of 2021. I keep jumping all over the place. So during the time when I was on my hateration for Hex, like in the spring, I would say like around May, I was dealing with a wallet, and this particular wallet had a bunch of coins that you could buy. I think it was Atomic. Hex came up, and I looked at Hex. I'm like, what? I could buy Hex just right here, like this, just like that, off of Atomic wallet, just like that. And I played, and I bought some. Like May 2021, I bought some. I didn't go to the platform. I didn't go to hex.com. I just looked at this thing in my wallet. I'm like, let me just hold it. Why not? I've been hating on it. 6 months later, it didn't disappear. It didn't scam out. The colors are looking pretty in my crispy blue Atomic wallet. Let me buy a bag. Let me buy some. After 4 or 5 days, I let it go because I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't even focused and interested in learning about it. If I would have even kept that, not even liquid, and staked it, my goodness. Because to me, I'm thinking about it now, and it was something that I can't even claim now if I wanted to. Because the price was so affordable compared to where it is now. Well, still subjective, but we still talking 4 zeros and a digit. And had a nice bounce, little thing to work with. Like, yo, this is. But nah, I let it go. And then here we are. Well, fast forward back to 2021. I said, okay, see, it's crazy. Math is math. Math doesn't lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I saw what happened with these numbers. I saw that I played myself. And I just had to say, you know what? I had this all wrong. I had this all wrong. And so I'm saying this to say this, right? I was polarized in different communities. I was polarized and thought that the different communities that I had was like the best community. And it's no shot to a specific community I came from. It's no shot because they are still thriving and doing what they're doing. It's just I'm not interested in the style of working crypto that way. Right? So I had to come to grips with reality and say, you know what? With everything going on and where I live, with everything going on with this opportunity that I just was living through, and I let it pass me by like a cruise ship. I let this thing pass me by, yo. Like I watched it. I was there before, I was there during, and I was there after this thing soared 10,000x liquid. And I let it by. I said to myself, this was the worst financial mistake I ever made in my natural life. And it was not going to happen again. And that's why here I am still to this day. Like there's nothing that can happen. Anything short of an act of nature, an act of God, like that would keep me from being in this community. Like seriously, man, I don't care what's going on. I do not care. I don't. And that's the same sentiment I get when I read that, when I read that ad from December 26, 2019, man, everything played back in my mind. Everything played back. There's a lot of information I'm leaving out because it's not for this stream. But so many things played back in my mind of where I was and what I was doing and my mindset and everything going on. And then understanding 4 years later, here we are. It's almost like this is where we are again in a way with better opportunities, with more choices, meaning we have the store value. We got a blockchain for up. Okay, people. The layer one situation is like we can't underestimate and minimize how pivotal this is. I never got into any layer one at ground zero. And we got it at we got it at sub penny. I'd never got into any situation, anything. I don't care about no damn pre-sale, no ICO, IDO, STO with Binance launch pads from back in the days, Tron with Justin Sun and his weirdness going on, EOS with Dan Larimer and all kinds of weird stuff going on. All these things I never got in. Never got in. Ground zero. Binance came out of nowhere in 2017 and soared. And it was, pennies or whatever, 26 cents or whatever. I remember. This thing made like huge moves. All these other blockchains too. Bum-ass Stellar, Lumens, these other IOST. These are the weird, obscure things that were on page one in Coin Market Trash. We're winning. How? Because people got in early real quick. They got the inside of the inside. They got into the pre-sale of the pre-sale of the pre-sale. Got into the pre-sale of the ICO of the pre-sale of the ICO. Everything, and then you had to stand right there at your computer with the shot clock going down, the timer, and hope that your computer is not going to glitch out on you so you could hopefully get your coins to get in. And when you get in, you find out a bunch of people got in before you. And the bag that you have is not worth much because people already dumped on your head in minutes. Here we are at ground zero. Like we could say, like, if in legacy talk, as far as shareholders, okay, we have a portion, we have ownership to something that many people don't even know about still, that we have to respect because this thing is better than Ethereum. Hands bar none, hands down, this thing is better than Ethereum. It's generating all kinds of controversy, all kinds of talk, all kinds of blessings, because even the grifters are being blessed. They got opportunity. They see this as an open season. It's an easy lick for them left and right. Why? Because this thing works. And I'm not celebrating the grifters. I'm not. I'm not celebrating scammers. I don't celebrate bad actors and nefarious behavior. I don't. What I'm saying is this is an opportunity that a lot of us can't even see past our nose. We don't respect history enough. You might look at a list and see how previous blockchains perform, and your attention is only held for that few 10 seconds right there. And then after it's gone, everybody forgets about it. And they think Pulse Chain is trash. I've heard people in different communities that's supposed to have launched coins, not supposed to, that have launched coins through Pulse Chain, talk bad about Pulse Chain, talk bad about Richard. How in good faith am I supposed to take these people serious? How am I supposed to take these people serious? Because they don't know what they have until they lose it. I'm understanding and learning about the value of what this really means. It's like getting into Ethereum before pre-sale, under 15 cents, under 33 cents. 3 zeros and a digit. And then the thing dropped. It dropped for the last 9 months, 9 months, 4 zeros. PulseX hit 5 zeros and a 9. Like this is something. When I hear the man say he's a giving tree, when I hear him say he's a giving tree, I didn't really understand it until this chain launched. Because again, I didn't come into the community in the beginning, and I wasn't a supporter. I became a supporter after Big Payday. So when he kept saying the giving tree, and of course, he did the sacrifice, and waited during that whole hellish period. That period was hellish. We went through a lot. We've been through a lot. We've been through the mud for real. Uncertainty. We're not sure about anything anymore. And boom, we got blessed with the chain. We have the chain, largest airdrop in the world. We have it. There's nothing to doubt anymore. But people still to this day, want to hold on to fear, want to shake themselves out. They talk themselves out of an opportunity. You see this happen all the time. That's why sometimes folks have no choice but to block individuals on Twitter, but to mute people from talking, but to even lash out. Because you feel crazy, you feel bad, like folks are giving you this negative energy and toxic, type of poisonous ideology to throw you off and blind you from seeing what's really here, what's really in front of you. So a lot of times we lose sight of what's going on because we caught in the moment. No, we have to think about next year, the year coming after that, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I mean, come on, folks. We're in this thing ground zero, under the ground. We're under the ground. And what I mean by that, we're under zero. Zero's the ground. Anything above that is beautiful. We got in under this month. We underground. That's it. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. And fighting and clamoring for a little, 3 zeros and a 1.5. We're like, it's great to be above SAC, but zoom out. Everything else, some folks have to just chill. You got to be patient. You got to be calm, collected. You have to have a plan. Be willing to execute, not get so emotional and charged. I get it too. I get emotional too, because we in this to win this. We in this to win this. I just don't like fuckeria. I don't like nonsense. That's just me. Because why? Because this is about money. It is. It is. I want to know what it feels like to see 10,000x. That's a challenge for me, a personal challenge for me. Because I don't know what that is. I don't know in my life what that is. Some people, they say many people have never seen 10,000x with BTC or even Ethereum, but some have. That's my personal thing as far as like, I want to, test myself and see how far I can like really travel within this whole ecosystem, achieve that goal, and then pass it on. Pass this on. It's not for me. I'm passing this on to my family, my descendants, the people I love. Just give it to them because they don't know about this. We taking all the hits for people behind us. I can't afford to be weak. I can't afford to be unsure. I can't afford to be insecure. I can't do it. They don't even know what's going on over here. And in many cases, sometimes I think it's for their own ignorance is bliss. I think sometimes it's for their own good, because the learning curve that exists here, sometimes you have to really be prepared to take out your notebook, your laptop, right? Have your little desk there and learn and really learn this and study this. This is not for everybody. This is not for everybody, even though it's for everyone. But not everyone has the mental capacity or fortitude or discipline and patience and wherewithal to want to learn this and apply it in your life. And it's given to us here as simple as it can. Like, it's better now than it was 4 years ago. It's better now than it was 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, the blessing came 4 years ago. And here we still have a blessing augmented, magnified. But people are just so self-absorbed. Don't want to think and put themselves in the shoes of other people, in a sense, and say, hey, listen, man, I'm blessed right here. I'm too blessed to be stressed. Let me respect this person in their quest for their own achievement and glory by allowing them to just do what they have to do without hurting a soul, and understanding that these core principles that Richard Hart taught the world makes sense. It just makes sense. It makes sense. Anything outside of that, as far as like folks who want to counter that, who want to fight against that and push back against the tenets of what causes people to win in crypto: hodling, staking long term, delaying your gratification, using crypto for what it is, understanding that this thing is supposed to be yours. You're supposed to be in charge. No one's supposed to tell you what to do with your crypto. If that's bad, then you got to question the person who's telling you it's bad. You got to question the motives, the ulterior motives, and the hidden agendas that folks have. Because not everyone is here to see you succeed. That's life. It's not just about crypto and anything. It's just how it is in life. Some people, and many of them that we see, their only best interest is to fill their coffers up, fill their intangible wallets up off of our sweat, off of our equity, our dime, our money. By filling our heads up and our minds and our psyche with doubt, with fear mongering, with information that does nothing but debilitate us and wants to break your foundation. So you find yourself at a loss. You find yourself confused. And you're trying to look for answers and you can't find it. And so when you see a tweet that may not be favorable to certain people in the community, and then it exacerbates, right? It's something that, this EHEX thing, it was an explosion. But it didn't have to be an explosion because this was mentioned last summer. But people forget. Folks forget. Why are you forgetting? You can't forget yourself. You forget information like that that's supposed to empower you. These tools are supposed to empower us so that we could reach our personal goals and achieve them. Basically achieve our goals and reach our goals and our desired outcomes. That's what these tools are. If we forget ourselves, we forget these opportunities that exist that may not come back. Like I saw this tweet, December 26, 2019. Oh, Hex, man, Hex, if you ever thought about getting Bitcoin for $1, you might get your chance again here with Hex. And I dismissed it. I laughed at it. I'm like, oh, this is a scam. Played myself, folks. Played myself. And here we are again, reliving a better situation. This is a better situation. Much better. How can we behave in ways that are ungrateful? We didn't have this. And that's why sometimes, like, I just, when I listen to what RH says, you know, and I'm like, yo, we have what we need. We have what we need. We, of course, evolution is a reality. Of course, there are going to be changes. There's going to be advancement. This is not a perfect situation. We don't live in a vacuum, right? There's going to be onward movement. Life is a continuum, right? Progress, change. Something, you know, that I learned a long time ago. Working with abused children, change is constant. That's the one thing that I could think of that's constant. Have to embrace change. I get it. But while we're embracing change, I'm holding on to the candle, that candlelight that has this opportunity to help me navigate through this murky darkness, this DeFi murky weirdness, because everyone has an opinion. Everyone thinks they're right. Everyone thinks they're galaxy brain. Everyone thinks that, you know, they have the secret sauce of secret sauce. Let me hold on to this candle to navigate through all this murkiness. And this candle consists of what? The RH coins to help me get to where I need to go. And when I get there, it's what it is. Everybody can do what they need to do without any limitations. Without any limitations. You want to gamble, you want to do whatever, you want to create this, you want to create that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know what I'm doing because I came from all that. I came from that type of space. Everybody dropping a new contract every other day. Well, one blockchain. Everybody dropping a contract every other day. You see it now. Somebody drop a contract, they drop an app. Maybe 2 weeks later, they got a new version to drop on top of the app. Another 2 weeks, they got to add another version. They didn't even let the first one ride out and bubble. They didn't even let the first contract breathe for 6 months. That's not new. That's what you find in the wretched depths of DeFi, man. And if you don't get in early, and if you don't get in heavy and early, you're going to experience what zero sum is. I don't need to think about these things when I'm holding on to these convictions right here. That's what brings me peace. That's what brings me resolve. That's what allows me to just say, you know what? I'm proud to be in DeFi. I'm proud to just be able to say, you know what? I have a chance right now to potentially help change the lives of my kids, my wives, my grandkids, and my community, people who I love. Do real good work and serve humanity for real. I'm a man of a certain age. You know, there's certain things I can't take certain risks and certain hits like someone who's in their 20s can. Bless your heart. Because I was once 20. I know what it's like. But I'd like for you to reach my age and better. That's why I say certain things. It's not to keep you from doing things and no, don't do that. That's bad and this and that. No. So I've lost a lot. And it's through losing I was able to win because I accepted the mistakes that I made and I learned from the lessons. If I see you about to crash out, oh, wait a minute, you don't want to go that way. You may not want to do this. You may not want to go there. You may not want to do this. You know, that's in my heart to do that, to extend that to the people through my words. And sometimes it's up to you, but the thing is, it's still up to you whether you want to take it, use it, apply it, or leave it. I'm not here to advise or counsel really like that. I'm just an old man who's talking. But it's up to you to make your decision. I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do. If I see you're going to crash out and you listen, you made it another day. You're here to live another day, right? If you don't and you crash out, that's on you. You got to deal with the consequence. But I know I'm secure right? It's stable. It's a great thing to have peace of mind, people. You can't buy that, right? You can't pay for that. High level, like I live in a place where it's still high level tension from residuals from COVID-19. And people out here are wild. They don't even know which way. It's upside down in New York. And people got no clue about money management. They got no clue about financial stability. And I'm talking about all across the board, all across the socioeconomic status, from bottom to the top, straight like that. The top are scared of losing what they got. And everyone under them is just scrambling. The crabs in a barrel analogy just got increased, but to levels I've never seen before in my life. The nonsense that's taking place over here. You allowed to fix money. If you get a stranglehold on how to manage your finances and you could fix the money problems, you know how many aspects of your life you could focus on that matters to you. You free yourself from the strangleholds, the confines, right? The shackles that money problems brings to us. Well, you feel like you constantly oppressed. You can't breathe out this motherfucker. For real. For real. I talk like this not because I want to talk like this. I've been impacted in certain ways, but it's not for me to discuss here. Well, what I'm saying is we have something here to relieve us of certain monetary constraints that we've been under for generations, y'all. For generations. Why be weak now? Why now? I don't care if BTC went down to 68,000. It's gonna go all the way. It's gonna go up to, right? All tide. What was it? Rising tides raises all ships and whatever. Whether we decorrelated or not, we're in a bull market. The beginning of a bull market, man. Why be weak now? Some people are just earth disturbers. They just they can't keep still. They just want to create and cause havoc. It's about just drama, problems. They embrace misery. Success loves success too. That's what it's about. Success loves success. Enough of the paper hands, the weak-handed mentality, because it's a mindset, folks. If you can't control what you're gonna do, then what do you think you deserve? If you're not worthy enough to really be centered, to really be balanced, and have some type of control over yourself, what do you feel like you really deserve? That's even worthy of having in your life. Like what can you say that you could really think in good faith that you deserve? If you're just gonna get weak at anything, you have no foundation. Your ground is as strong as quicksand. You fall right through because you're not about anything. You don't believe in anything. You don't believe in yourself. You holding on to these things right here is because you believe. You believe. You're lending that energy into something that can promise you untold amounts of wealth, potentially. That's what this is. There's no mistake about it. I don't care about whatever debate, should be any argument, whatever. I've been here already. I already know. Like, as far as like, I've been the hater. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh no, it won't be another time. You know how they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, it ain't fool me twice. I ain't even get to. It's not gonna be a twice. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Ain't no shame on me, because I didn't get fooled. Either I wasn't fooled. I fooled myself. I'm not fooling myself for another time. Not again. Absolutely not. It's not happening, folks. We ain't doing that. I'm talking about me and the people who behind me. We're not doing that. I speak for them, for the voiceless. We're not doing that. Just glad to be here. Glad to be here. You know how many people are not here? Billions. Real time. Right now, they're not here. They're not here. And guess what? They won't be here. The world wasn't needed. Billions of people wasn't needed for the Hex community, the original people in the Hex community, to receive the spoils of 10,000 X gains. Billions of people weren't here, but it happened. It happened. When folks try to throw a curveball and talk to you about some market cap, market cap valuations, all these things are impossible. At the low, you want to sweat market cap at the low, the thing was around 4 million. 4 million at the low, January 5th, 2020. 4 million market cap. The thing still went up 10,000x, meaning if you sweat in market cap, that's 40 billion. So what you talking about? What's everybody, all these haters acting like things are impossible now? People who built things, they don't even have enough faith in their own projects to say that their coins will do a 50x, 100x. They don't have enough faith and conviction in their own projects. And these are some of the same people that talk down on Richard, who's already proven himself. What part of the game is this? Ask any builder who built anything in this community so far, right? Ask any of these builders that built anything in the community. Instead of really sharing the news with the people in other communities and that the people from Hex who built whatever they have going on Hex, and let them know, I'm sorry, the people from Ethereum who created whatever projects they have on Ethereum, and let them know to come to Pulse Chain and create at least a front end so their community could thrive. Instead of doing that, these builders built their own stuff, right? They don't even have conviction in their own projects to even exceed 100x. If they did, they would say it. They would be proud on it. They would stand on their own business. They would stand on their convictions. They would stand on their laurels. But they're not doing that. What does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all? Why do you think that the whole 10,000 was dimmed out the last 9 months? Not by me, not by Pulse Nation, not by certain people, but for the majority, folks stopped talking about it. It was 10x here, 20x there. Stop. If you I tell y'all, you want to disrespect history, that's on you. Ethereum didn't just do a 10x. Bitcoin didn't just do a 10x, a 50x, a 20x, and was sweating some valuation of a market cap. What happens in crypto is the reverse of what happens in financial legacy system. It's the reverse over here. Everything is a reverse. We're going to break that down in another day. Okay? Who got scammed in Hex? Who couldn't get their money out because there was some type of backdoor, some code, where something could get extracted, through the code, malicious coding for some foul ass developers that just did something to fleece the community? Who could say that? Who? Nobody. And efforts are being built. We have a layer 1 that constantly can get upgraded and improved because it's not a smart contract. The same with the DEX. But people think they can compete. Competition is great. Competition is great. But again, know your role. Know your role. Don't try to outdo yourself because you end up tripping over your feet, because the results are showing, like right now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what folks are saying because they don't even believe in their own project enough to tell you that their coins will do a 100x. And I'm not talking about memes. There's a difference when a meme comes out and it's dust, 8 zeros and a digit. There's a difference when that goes up, however, thousands of X's, right? Versus Hex, for example, 4 million market cap at the low. 10,000X later, 40 billion. It's a difference, bro. There's a difference. People don't know how to play their position. They don't know how to respect what they got. Don't get shaken out, people. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man. Peace and blessings and all that. Don't get shaken out, folks. Don't get shaken out. Understand what we have here. Understand what's taking place here. You got forces and entities that don't want us to engage in this space. They don't want us to interact. They don't want us to participate. They don't even want us to own crypto. That's why they're trying to scoop everything up as far as BTC, Ethereum. They can barely understand how BTC even works. They barely understand the difference between proof of work and proof of stake. They don't understand hash power. They don't understand anything. They don't understand the pools. They don't understand anything. They don't understand anything. What they do understand is greed. They do understand control. So they're going to inflict little efforts, not even little, but a lot of efforts to inflict fear, to cause you to shake yourselves out. Meanwhile, that's not how it goes, because no one can stop what's already been created. It's not in their hands. It's in the hands of the people, but you got to believe that. You got to believe that and respect this right here, man. Respect this right here. Respect what's going on. Rally behind something that has that is worth your time, is worth your energy, is worth your sacrifice, is worth your motivation. It's worth your salt. It's worth everything. And watch what's going to come back in the not so distant future. Catch you all on the next one. Take care.